What's up, everyone? We're back with another video. And it looks like the situation between Caitlin Clark and the Connecticut Sun fan has finally leaked. Plus, Teresa Weatherspoon is the latest coach to lose her job. There's a lot to unpack in this one, and we're taking it all the way to Indy for the full breakdown. Let's dive in. What's up, everyone? This video right here is about to be one of those must-watch moments because a lot has gone down in the last 24 hours, and we've got to break it all down piece by piece. Now, we know Caitlin Clark's season with the Indiana Fever is over, and she's chilling at home getting ready for next year. But despite that, there's still drama and headlines swirling around her. We've got WNBA players, veterans, and practically everyone connected to the league blaming Caitlin Clark's fan base for the hate some players have been getting. But you can't just single out her fans, man. Did you see what happened at the Connecticut Sun game? It wasn't just any fan calling out Caitlin. Someone with media credentials was involved. I've tried getting media credentials for the WNBA, and they hit me with a hard no. But somehow this dude got them and then harassed Caitlin Clark right there on the sidelines. The whole situation is wild. Well, someone who was at the game, sitting just a row or two behind the guy, leaked the footage online last night, and it's going viral. Let's break down exactly what went down at that Connecticut Sun game and roll the footage.
They corral the defensive board. They're getting it and going.
Caitlin Clark, sorry to interrupt, Rebecca, getting into it with a fan who she was going back and forth with in the front row and pointing it out to the officials. And now the officials calling on security to take a look. As Clark and Bonner have a conversation now too, and they're going at it.
What is happening here?
A lot of activity early in this game.
There sure is.
And now security is going to have a conversation with that gentleman.
So that was the incident that went down at the Connecticut Sun game between Caitlin Clark and the fan. Now, as more information comes out, we're starting to hear exactly what was said to Caitlin. Let's pull up some of these tweets. One fan shared that the guy didn't just call her a bleep, but he also said he hoped she'd fall and break her neck, among other things. Then he went back to his seat and started bragging about it to other Sun fans nearby. This fan was sitting right behind him. More people who were at the game are coming forward too. Another fan mentioned that the guy told a Fever reporter he felt embarrassed about the whole situation because he claimed he just told her to quit whining. Honestly, I don't know if I believe that, but it is what it is. As of now, all of this is alleged since the guy who was removed from the game hasn't commented on the situation yet. What we do know is that he had media credentials around his neck, but we're still waiting to find out if he still has them. Man, this is a tough situation for the WNBA, and it feels like they're not ready for all the chaos that's about to unfold in the league. Speaking of which, Rachel DeMita had something to say about Caitlin Clark's fans and how they're setting the tone. Let's roll the footage and dive into the next part of this story.
There are still certain people within the WNBA who want the league to grow, but they don't want it to grow if it's certain people at the face. And there is still this undertone of jealousy that for some reason I cannot get around calling it anything else but that because I don't know what else it could be. I thought it was going to get better this season, but
I want your comments below on this interview.
But it hasn't. There are still people who seemingly, to me, feel like they just don't want Caitlin to be a part of it. Because with Caitlin comes millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs. And with those millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs, unfortunately, is going to come some people who are not nice. But
That's the reality. It's just because of one player.
I'm going to push back just a little bit because I wonder if Caitlin, in every post-game press conference and every interview that she did with reporters and anytime she did any media, if she came out and talked about the kind of hateful comments that she was getting, the death threats that she was getting, the stalking allegations that she was getting, if she came out and told everybody the reason why she has personal security that goes with her every single place. There are Sky fans, I'm going to say fans because I don't know if they're fans or if they're trolls, who live online just waiting for somebody to say something about Caitlin or say something about the Indiana Fever and they go after them. And another time that I'm going to bring up once again because I think it's just such a blatantly obvious example of a point that if you want to stick up for your fellow WNBA players, this would be the time to do it. But she was not getting booed because she did something disrespectful to their organization. She filed a lawsuit that claimed that she was mistreated while she was pregnant, while she was in one of her most vulnerable states, that she was mistreated by that organization. She won championships with that organization. And that organization's fans, and I am going to call them fans because they bought tickets to go into the arena. In that instance, they booed her every time she touched the ball.
That was Rachel Dean talking about the Caitlin Clark fan base. And it's wild how so many WNBA veterans are now pointing fingers at her fans for all the hate going on in the league. But let's be real, y'all have been doing some questionable things for years. Now that the tables have turned, it's time to own up to the mess that's been brewing in the WNBA. Don't be mad just because the Rabbits got the gun now. On top of that, none other than Brittany Griner has chimed in on the situation, and Angel Reese is also out here playing the victim, claiming she's been dealing with harassment from Caitlin Clark's fan base for the past 2 years. Let's roll the footage and see what they had to say.
I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place for it. And you know, basketball is headed in a great direction, but nah, we don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us racial names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world and what we have to deal with in that aspect. And you know, we come to play basketball for our job, and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's, you know, them checking their fans or this league checking. There's no time for it anymore.
You know, quick action instead of kind of delaying it.
Like I said, quick action, not waiting to put out a statement that is way overdue. I mean, there's definitely things that you can do on social media. I do it on my page, where you can, you know, limit some of the things that are seen. You can put in keywords that, you know, when somebody puts in a comment that should not be on the page. But yeah, just being swift with it, making a statement, making a stand. You know, fans, they come to games and they want to show out in the wrong way. They don't need to be in there, and that should be around for everybody, not, you know, just certain arenas and certain players. Like, it needs to be upheld for everybody. We all deserve to play in a safe environment.
As you can see from that clip, Angel Reese retweeted what Alyssa Thomas said to the press recently. Speaking of Angel Reese, we've got some big news to dive into. Her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, was fired late last night, and it broke the internet. Angel actually broke the news before the media even got hold of it. She tweeted just before the announcement that Weatherspoon was let go from the Chicago Sky. Here's what Angel Reese had to say. "I'm heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words knowing what this woman meant to me at such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only one who believed in me, the one who trusted me. Many don't even know what it's like to be black in sports. Now come on, Angel. Why do you always have to bring race into it? Every time it's the same thing. Yes, you've had a tough job and dealt with crazy circumstances, but always jumping to race is tiring, bro." She continued, "When your back was against the wall, you always believed in me. I came to Chicago because of you. You were an unsung hero in my life. But hold up, didn't she get drafted to Chicago? She didn't exactly choose to go there. Come on, Angel." She added, "We built a relationship in a short time that will last forever. I'll never question why God brings people in my life and takes them away when I need them most. You were the best reason in season. You didn't deserve this, but I can't thank you enough. I love you, Teaspoon." It's clear that Angel Reese isn't taking the news well, and it's understandable, but Dwyane Wade has a different take. He's saying, "Forget all this. We're trying to win. While Caitlin Clark and the rest are out here making playoffs, and we're stuck looking like fools on the internet." Wade feels it's time for a change. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Keep those notifications on because it's going to be a long off season. And as always, shake off the haters. I'm out. Peace.